Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hello and welcome to I Am the Change. I'm Michelle Simon Kelly. I am going to switch to Kelly by the end of the year. That is my goal, because I have to change credit cards and driver's license and all that kind of stuff. So I keep saying I'm going to do it. It's August. I'm going to do it. You guys, I procrastinate. A lot of people say, I read this book about procrastination. And it said, usually when you're afraid to do something, you're not afraid of the first thing. You're afraid of the second thing after. And I'm not afraid to change my last name. I'm afraid I have to do all this work, which is change my driver's license, change my social security number, change my credit cards, which I don't have that many of them now because I had identity theft years ago, which is a great thing that I was able to cut back on how many credit cards I had, but I only had them because all the stores give you a discount if you use them. It's almost like if you don't have them, it's almost like they hold you hostage to get one or you can't get the discounts. So anyway, I've been reporting to you guys that I've broken up with shame, I've broken up with guilt, and I've broken up with fear, and I reported to you every week for an entire year. And I said last week next year would be year 6, but actually I am in my 6th year. So I'm terrible at remembering dates and times, but I've had New Year's resolutions since breaking up with fear, shame, and guilt. And they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, and they're on TikTok. And I've had so many different intentions, and this year is to work on forgiveness and forgiving others and forgiving myself. And one of the things was I've been in recovery. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I am a recovering food addict, and I am an ACA, which is adult child of dysfunction. So I come from a dysfunctional family, and so does the whole entire world, by the way. Just not everybody's able to acknowledge it. So anyway, it has taken me, they're 12-step programs, and there's these steps where you're supposed to make amends to people and go back and say you're sorry and ask for forgiveness. And I was not able to do that with my family until I was over 34 years sober. Actually, 33 years sober. I was not able to do that. I couldn't say I was sorry, and I couldn't say I was wrong. And that took a lot of time. I didn't feel safe going back, saying I'm sorry and I'm wrong, and I couldn't do it without expecting anything in return. And that was really hard for me. And I don't expect anything in return anymore when I'm able to apologize or when I'm able to offer help. I never wanted to owe people. So I've never wanted to ask for help because I used to feel like I owed everybody. And also in return, I didn't want anybody to feel like I owed them. And I didn't want to owe anybody. So it's been a long, hard process. I've had to ask for help and not be able to pay people back. And I also get to help people and not to expect anything back. So the people who have helped me, I might not be able to help them, but I might be able to help other people. So it's a pay it forward kind of thing, but some people never get to see that I do that with somebody else and vice versa. And learning not to judge that it's been a really long, hard road for me. So I just want to tell you guys, it's windy outside and I have these wind chimes. And the only reason I got my wind chimes is because my girlfriend told me every time the wind chimes, the angels get their wings. And so the angels are getting their wings today, and it makes me so happy. So I now, I went from 1 set to 2 sets to now I have 3 sets because, I'm a total addict. 1 is never enough. And I ordered a 4th set because they just make me so happy. So now I have an addiction of wind chimes, but they have to have the right ring, and not all of them do. So anyway, you guys, I was sharing last week, I was picking my dad and stepmom up from the airport. That's going to be today. And I'm really excited. I made them a sign and I was going to show it to you, but it's actually going to come out on the reels at 3:30 today. And it's a sign for Dad and Betty. And it also is playing Welcome Back, Carter, that theme song. So that show was on when I was a kid. So I'm going to play that, which I'm so excited for. I took my ex-husband to the airport yesterday. He is now my emergency contact person, and I am his since Angelo, our son, moved out to California. I was going to say Colorado. So we're each other's emergency contacts and rides to airports and hospitals, doctor's appointments, which is kind of cool. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you was last week I was able to go line dancing for the first time, and I actually went on Tuesday, and I'm now getting ready to go again today. You guys, I still have pain, but it is not, I want to kill myself pain. It's livable. And I'm still waiting to hear back from the Mayo Clinic about when I'm supposed to arrive for the 3-week program of helping heal my body and work on getting off of my medication. And also, I called there because they didn't call me about me sending all my records to a different department. And they said, Michelle, they denied it. So this is another sign that they don't want to operate on me. And it's only like my 10th no. And a lot of times I have to hear the same thing over and over and over again before I'm able to accept it. But I shared with you guys before when I wanted to go to Nashville, when I was getting my song recorded, Hey Cole Swindell, So Worth the Whiskey, and it's on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon. And when I wanted to get that song recorded, I wanted to go to Nashville to hear it being done. And I asked like 12 or 13 people, and every person said no. And then I called somebody who was my sponsor, which a sponsor is somebody there to get to know you and help and advise you and make suggestions. And I said, tell me what to do. And she said, I forget what she said, but I always wanted people to tell me what to do. So if I made a mistake, I could blame them. And she wouldn't tell me what to do. I said, what is God's will? And she said, whatever you do, that is God's will. And I was like, a lot of help she is. I was really upset. But the night I was going to go, even though 13 people told me no, and I even offered to pay their way, I'm like, I have a car, I have a cell phone, I can get there. My back and neck hurt so bad. I knew I couldn't physically go. So it only took me 10 times this time instead of 13 or 14. So that is progress. So it's progress and not perfection. So I'm getting better. I'm not able to stay in pain for as long as I used to. And I'm able to hear the signs sooner than I used to and listen to them. So this is your sign, signing off. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week.